Всем привет, с вами Ято, и сегодня мы начинаем прохождение Vampyr, который вышел сегодня же. И, скажем так, эту игру от французских разработчиков я ждал уже какое-то время, пусть не так давно я о ней узнал. Но так как я очень люблю игры про вампиров, пропустить ее я все же не мог. Конечно, из того, что я увидел в предрелизных трейлерах и прочем, довольно-таки меня поставил в тупик то, что разработчики решили загрести почти всех мистических существ под одну гребенку. То есть засунули в рот вампиров не только самих вампиров, но и нечто похожее на гулей, а также и на вервольфов. Что меня крайне удивило, конечно, но, собственно, у каждого свой взгляд, в каждой мифологии все проходит по-своему. И не нам это, собственно, сейчас обсуждать. А сейчас приступим. В начале, при запуске игры, есть такое интересное обращение, которое указывает на то, что части показанных в игре вещей являются выдумкой, а не только научными фактами, а также тот факт, что при создании игры не пострадала ни одна крыса, что меня весьма-таки повеселило. Как вы можете заметить, одно прохождение у меня уже начато. Когда игру запустили, можно сказать, вчера, хотя это уже было сегодня, среди ночи, я сразу же за ней взялся, посмотреть, что к чему, как она более-менее работает, что из себя представляет. И немного так заигрался в нее. Оторваться от нее действительно невозможно. Хотя, конечно, далеко не все меня порадовало. А сейчас мы начнем. Довольно-таки интересная система сложности игры, которая зависит от того, как быстро вы будете развиваться в ней, так как враги не сказать, чтобы были сильно такими сложными, но, опять же, результат того, чем закончится бой, зависит целиком и полностью от вашего уровня.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Пожалуй, хуже места для пробуждения не найдешь. Особенно глядя на все это. Однако, учитывая, что это врач, прошедший войну, он слишком уж бурно реагирует на окружение. Как вы уже могли заметить, читать субтитры я не собираюсь, потому что временами они идут слишком быстро, а временами, что я заметил, они не совсем совпадают с текстом, так как то, что произносят герои, временами происходит то быстрее, то медленнее, а тексты меняют, по сути, когда попало. Что несколько огорчает.
So thirsty.
Довольно-таки странное дело обниматься с человеком, который только что вылез из могилы. Мало того, что зараза всякая, да еще и выглядит весьма странно.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Однако слушать тут умеют далеко не все. Да и кому нужны наши объяснения в данной ситуации?
These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot!
Однако начало жизни явно такое себе. Точнее, начало новой жизни явно такое
I
себе.
need to get out of here! This can't be happening. No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm!
Вообще довольно странное они время выбрали для
What's going on?
событий игры. Как по мне, все это бы смотрелось лучше на век
What's
пораньше.
all this about? Now,
Это только лишь мое мнение.
who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! The
comes alive by it, does it? Sorry. It's on to us. No, please, stop. Who are you? Oh, Christ! What do you want?
Довольно-таки агрессивные ребята.
I mean you no harm. I need help.
Я бы даже сказал, крайне неадекватно.
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Рассвет определенно не лучшее время для пробуждения.
Let me go!
Чай утверждает, что хочешь спрятаться, а потом кричать на всю улицу. Это такое себе развлечение. Черт.
I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Глядя на подобное, начинает казаться, что графика временами тут пропадает напрочь. Хотя, возможно, мне это только кажется. Надеюсь, YouTube не будет пинать за подобные сцены.
Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fence it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
Рожи у этих ребят те еще.
That's impossible. Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Ну, времени у тебя для этого впереди еще много. Можно сказать, оно практически бесконечно.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No. There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live. And now what?
Это мне показалось, что там женщина
Killing
лежит.
is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Кажется, здесь все-таки куча всех этих записей. И этот дневничок довольно-таки интересный. Кто хочет, тот прочитает, скажем так.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
Странное у него понятие здравого мышления.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, contains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Конечно, вот это количество навыков меня не совсем порадовало. И как-то ожидал большего от игры. Но вот то, сколько вариантов развития, это довольно-таки неплохо. Всех активных навыков 2 ветки развития. Каждый дает свои эффекты. Собственно, что мне немало понравилось, то что уровни прокачиваются с получением навыков за очки опыта. Мне это почему-то немного напоминает серию The Elder Scroll, где навыки, точнее уровни повышались после сна.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Мне это интересно, почему они думают, что дома все еще кто-то есть. И они, конечно, правы. Но знакомиться с такими соседями я желанием не особо-то и горю.
My head's spinning.
Собственно, торопиться нам особо некуда. Несмотря на погоню.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Die, vermin!
A strength I never knew I
Вообще мне здешний боёк чем-то напоминает Dark Souls. Я, может, и далеко не то же самое, но все же по чем-то похож. Ну, по крайней мере, мне это кажется. Хотя, может, она даже больше похожа на Bloodborne.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is a fire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Слона-то я не заметил.
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. This is despicable.
Возможность запустить крыской. С этим вот разнообразием питания игра напоминает Vampyr Новообращенный. Вообще у этой игры, наверное, просто огромное количество игр, с которой эту игру можно сравнить. Постоянно промелькивает тот или иной элемент.
What will London have to say to me?
Со своей мрачностью и всякими сверхспособностями она чем-то даже напоминает Dishonored.
I've so many questions unanswered.
Пожалуй, тут можно сравнивать до бесконечности с той или иной игрой.
Streets of London become a mausoleum.
Вообще, учитывая то, что герой ученый и явно весьма-таки разумный человек, довольно странно то, что после того, как вы уже поймали одного трупа, лезть к другому, да еще и в таком виде.
I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone?
Очередное убежище. Конечно, все-таки темнотища здесь в некоторых местах. И вот, собственно, где начинаются весьма интересные вещи. Одно только лечение. Просто нечто. Лекарство от кучи болезней, которые можно применять. Как от кучи 9. Но все же. Очков опыта здесь немного не хватает. Но то, что он хочет сказать, так это, пожалуй, о карте, да и не только о ней. Ой. Сложно сказать, большая она или маленькая. Так, конечно, совсем уж маленькой не назовешь. Когда заявили, что игра будет поделена на районы, я как-то представлял себе реальное разделение на отдельные карты, но все же все районы были сделаны в одной карте, и между ними может свободно перемещаться. И также по-разному на них влиять. Вот такая немаловажная менюшка, где отображаются все люди района. Что количество районов и людей в них, население тут довольно-таки маленькое. Хотя это и не столько уж и сказывается. Интересно было даже взглянуть на эту игру, если бы она была AAA. Такое ощущение, что я здесь что-то забыл.
At last, a little life.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Такого с тобой явно не было. Вообще, ночеваться по общественным местам в таком виде, мало того, что весь в крови, так еще и с дыркой в груди.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
С этим не поспоришь.
I'll leave you to your bottle then. Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar. The Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No?
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Надеюсь, никого не мутит от вида полки у него за спиной.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
И когда первый раз я увидел, долго не мог понять, что, блин, происходит. В итоге оказалось, что это старая лодка. Но выглядит она весьма своеобразно. В данном антураже. Мне вот интересно, как они могли не обратить внимания на человека, который приперся, заляпав все кровью. Довольно странные люди.
Pre-Wed has several patrols roaming the area. They do not pursue me. But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word with anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Вообще как-то даже не прилично приглашать человека войти и с порога тыкать ему в лицо крестом.
And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
То есть одежда тебя не волнует.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor? That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Я, кстати, сейчас подумал. Ведь он лежал на кровати, залитой кровью. А на спине у него лишь небольшое пятно. Явно что-то упустили.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Такое себе описание.
Are they stupid or something?
Как они вообще человеку подпадаешь под такое описание
I
пускают.
will get to the bottom of this intrigue.
Я бы
What's
их песнь
been done
держал
to me,
подальше.
to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note. These men, they're a company of
Вообще, своим даже
professional
жалко избавляться от того,
blood
кто
and empty gin
портит
bottles.
жизнь этим ублюдкам.
This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Вот, собственно, и наши друзья, которых бы еще век не видеть. Да чего же мне все-таки нравится вот этот прыжок? Не знаю почему, но оружие дальнего боя мне пока что как-то не зашло. Может, я просто не совсем понял, как им пользоваться. Еще что-то мне подсказывает, что с этого участка можно как-то перепрыгнуть дальше. Но мы, конечно, этим заниматься не будем. Пойдем, как всегда, на пролом. Вообще тут есть неплохая такая способность на усиление укуса. И, на мой взгляд, если ее полностью прокачать, можно получить неплохой такой убийство из скрытности. Хорошо, что мне палить уже. Этим восстановлением я ни разу не пользовался, так как здоровье в какой-то мере восстанавливается само по себе. Мне пока что хватало. Хотя временами, конечно, было бы неплохо подлечиться по полной. Очередная запись. Я их еще когда-нибудь читал.
Stay away, sir.
очередное убежище. Я не думаю, что нам стоит сейчас им пользоваться. Ну, по крайней мере, мы будем о нем знать.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Довольно-таки жуткое место. Нет, только по самым таким скромным подсчетам. Потому что этого слова недостаточно, чтобы описать все, что там находится. Вообще, несмотря на всю эту кучу, трупы весьма неплохо проработаны местами. Ну, разглядывать мы их не будем. Это зараза. Действительно. Напоминает Bloodborne. Ударил, ударил, отскочил. Да еще эта традиционная привязанность к стамине, о которой, по идее, ты заботишься куда больше, чем о собственном здоровье.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Вот, собственно, прекрасный пример здешних субтитров. Мало того, что по речи фиг, что разберешь с такой скоростью, так еще и субтитры мало того, что не совпадают, так и пропадают мгновенно. Над некоторыми вещами здесь действительно нужно поработать. Я, может, со временем и справиться. А может, это и единственное место.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. For London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal. If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stone, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Довольно странно у них лодочка. Вообще, как ни посмотри, персонажи в этой игре стоят кучу секретов. Я как герой, перед ним, в свою очередь, как открытая книга. Уж слишком много о нем знаю.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Этот человек рассказывал мне, что значит быть джентльменом. Сам свесил на женщину. Довольно-таки крупного мужика, который идти-то не в состоянии.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Я все никак не мог понять, куда делось второе тело.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Да, это самое важное вещь, которая сейчас интересует.
I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Вообще, с этого товарища довольно-таки много не возьмешь. Да и ничего о нем не известно. Честно сказать, то, что мы сейчас не видим, он один из членов бандитской шайки, точнее ее главарь. Я думаю, стоит ли его сейчас убивать, или же подождать, пока он придет в себя. Это и даст нам больше опыта и своеобразное развитие сюжета. Но все же, он ведь может убить столько людей, находясь на свободе. Ну, точнее, в живых. Я думаю, от него мы все же избавимся, учитывая, кто он есть. Я, конечно, не могли бы этого не делать. Также мне непонятно, зачем выпивать всю кровь, если можно было взять только часть.
Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Пострадает ли район? Собственно, после его гибели мы можем узнать вот такую вот информацию о том, что он был главарем банды и редким мерзавцем. И главный вопрос: станет ли в его родном районе хуже от его гибели, или же что-то изменится в лучшую сторону. Но пока мы этого не увидим. Но я таки надеюсь, что станет таки лучше.
To embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Болтливый весьма товарищ. Пожалуй, мы сходу начнем знакомиться с окружающими. Ведь у них можно узнать много чего интересного.
I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Я бы на их месте обзавелся микроскопом.
I'm not familiar with all
Так
the
кто
staff
знает, был ли
here.
он тогда.
Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tibbets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Вот эти вот заметки, которые впоследствии сказываются на диалогах с именно конкретными людьми, о которых говорится. Типа интересно, влияет на все.
No, I may disagree
Постепенно
with some
раскрывая
conduct,
личности.
but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
У кого-то этого больше, у кого-то меньше. В любом случае, мне вот такая система очень даже понравилась.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Никогда не скажешь о человеке по первому взгляду.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Довольно-таки немалый вопрос. Когда они все успевают, учитывая, что у меня не было минут 5, а их два врача не мог подготовиться заранее.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in.
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant
Собственно,
office at
зачем
the
я
end
это
of the corridor.
спросил? Вот этого действительно, наверное, не стоит спрашивать, но может что-нибудь интересное.
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Навряд ли эта информация нам что-то даст. Хотя мы получили с этого кое-какой опыт. Вообще вся больница просто обложена вот такими вот товарищами, которых даже не видно сердцебиения. Я, конечно, понимаю, что их сделать для вида. Но то, что они выглядят весьма-таки неживыми, это весьма-таки странно. Просто какое-то кровавое озеро. Я никак не могу понять, где оно конкретно находится. Выглядит весьма жутко.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Довольно-таки интересный товарищ.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Хоронить нас явно не придется. И, конечно, помирать там не хотелось бы.
Goodbye, Milton.
Интересоваться его торговлей пока не будем. Однако же у нас появилась вот такая вот интересная вещь. На мой взгляд, довольно-таки интересно докапываться до всего постепенно, через диалоги. Куда веселее, чем просто бегать по меткам.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems
Даже не
perfect to
задумываясь о том,
conduct my
что
research.
происходит.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul. Or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Довольно-таки весело наблюдать за этой сумасшедшей. Хотя, пожалуй, издалека не все разделяют данное веселье.
I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Пока я здесь со всеми болтал, куда-то убежал один из врачей, с которым я очень хотел поболтать.
Daily routine.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Так у него, конечно, как какого-то гуля. Кого, однако, здесь только не повстречаешь.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Интересно, как он смог определить звание.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Довольно странно то, что человек утверждает, что у него от боли горит все лицо, утверждает, что боль его бодрит.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
You disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
It's locked.
Довольно-таки интересная палата, в которую я, к сожалению, пока не могу зайти.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Я бы так и сказал.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Учитывая всю мистику в данной игры, пастор смотрит на все весьма-таки однобоко.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Не менее интересен тот факт, что их лидер пропал буквально с полчаса назад. Они уже этим беспокоены. Мне кажется, игра временами теряет хронологическую какую-то цепочку. Реагирует на действия игрока слишком быстро.
No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
В любом случае, я надеюсь, что мой выбор склонит чашу весов в лучшую сторону.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Вообще довольно-таки интересно, почему при виде данного креста наш герой не испытывает совершенно ничего.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really. But I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Как же много времени уходит на общение с людьми, вообще с частью даже людей из одной только больницы. Представить страшно, сколько бы эта игра занимала, будь она AAA и имела бы большие
How would you
персонажей.
describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Как по мне, он весьма болтлив.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Пожалуй, было бы неплохо разбавить всю эту болтовню хоть каким-то действием уже, пусть и небольшим.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate.
Удивительно,
If they
каким
were to
образом
find somebody.
он умудрился от них сбежать.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Их отношений до сих пор не заметили. Не похоже, что они особо скрываются. Что-то я немного заплутал.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
Your attitude is irresponsible, Doctor. Believe me, I've seen so many medical errors caused by exhaustion during the war.
You're right. This is a war, Dr. Reed, and I don't intend to surrender.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money, and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war,
I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Goodbye, Milton.
Пожалуй, нам осталось посетить еще одно небольшое место. По крайней мере, мне хочется сделать это именно сейчас. Я надеюсь, меня здесь не убьют. Хотя, может быть, и убьют. Уровни у них такие не маленькие. Из этих факелов кажется, что горят даже сами персонажи. А вот и люди особо неравнодушны до нашей сумасшедшей. Может, для нас оно и было бредом, на какое кто отнесся к этому весьма серьезно. А она по глупости своей не может держать язык за зубами. В любом случае, сейчас мы уже отправимся в свой кабинет. Конечно, у нас осталось довольно-таки маленькое количество людей, с которыми мы еще не поговорили. Но этот может длиться часами. Главное о них в итоге не забыть. Их очень много интересного можно узнать. Также получить немало квестов. Довольно-таки весомый вопрос, когда они успели сделать табличку. Такое ощущение, что они готовились за многие месяцы до. Было бы забавно, если бы он спал в гробу. Из оружия мы, наверное, пока что ничего не будем улучшать. Хотя, может, стоит поработать таки над нашим колом. Хотя у нас в данной ситуации ничего и не выйдет пока что. Хотя кто его знает. Хлама у нас хватает.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
По старой памяти, в первую очередь, позаботимся о нашей стойкости, хотя бы в какой-то степени. Также об эффективности наших укусов. Все же убивать в скрытности довольно-таки интересная затея. Примерно так мы все и оставим. Хотя в будущем, конечно, было бы неплохо прокачать еще и когти. Не знаю, насколько мне понравятся данные навыки все. Но вот пассивные довольно-таки интересны. Ну вот, собственно, упоминание о переменах. Некоторое влияние от гибели Клея Кокс. Хотя, пожалуй, больше влияния он должен оказать именно на этот район. Но пока мы этого не узнаем. Но пока что, я думаю, на данном моменте мы закончим и продолжим уже в следующий раз. Всем спасибо за просмотр, пока.